Coach, the rain is falling, the fans are soaked, but here's the bottom line. We've got football at M&T Bank Stadium. Coach, the rain is falling, the fans are soaked, but here's the bottom line. We've got football at M&T Bank Stadium. Coach, the rain is falling, the fans are soaked, but here's the bottom line. We've got football at M&T Bank Stadium in Baltimore, Maryland. Nothing like the fanfare of introductions to an NFL game, and that was in evidence a moment ago. Fireworks, pyrotechnics, you name it, this crowd is ready as their guys get set to match up between the Cleveland Browns and the Baltimore Ravens. The NFL season has hit high gear, and off we go in Week 11 on EA Sports. This one taken just inside the 10. Solid return, pretty good field position. They'll start at the 32-yard line. From the 32 now, here's 1st and 10.
Come on, boy. You got to be ready. Don't be scared.
First carry for Nick Chubb. 5 yards on the game's first play, 2nd down.
A quick burst there, and he nicely bit off a pretty decent gain.
Brings up 2nd and 5 at the 37-yard line.
After the pickup of 5, here's 2nd and 5. Mayfield hands it off to Chubb, and this winds up a gain of 4 to the 41.
If you're a football guy, that's a pretty run because everyone is in sync right there. Obviously, the guy carrying the ball, but how about the people up front? Leverage, athleticism, they created some nice space for him.
So just play number 3 here on the opening drive, and it's an early 3rd and 1. They'll run for it. Here's Chubb, and the play goes nowhere. Losing yardage back near the 40 at the 39. He lost 2, and it brings up 4th.
Nice play right there to stop him behind the line, but I want to see how this defense continues to play him here in the first half.
Yeah, we know. You know better than I. He has the ability to take over a game, so what do?
Yeah, I think you have to make sure that you bottle him in at varying levels, because if you crowd everyone to the line of scrimmage, if he breaks through, there's nothing but room to run.
On 4th down, here's Jamie Gillen on to punt. He punted 3 times in the loss last week as he sends this one away. And he didn't quite have the bag spin on that one. It hits at the 4 and continues into the end zone. It's a touchback. Jackson and the Ravens come up now 1st and 10 at their own 20-yard line. First carry now for Justice Hill. And he's going to get this one across the 30-yard line. 12 yards the pickup there, good for a Raven first. Well, one unit I know you want to watch is that offensive line. If they keep clearing holes like that, it could be a long night defensively.
No doubt about it, because when they are in sync, as we're seeing so far, where that continuity is there, and you can see that they're playing off of each other while controlling the defensive front and linebackers, you're exactly right. It could be a very long night for the defense because someone's going to run for some big yardage.
From the 32 now, here's 1st and 10. The first carry now, this is Johnson. And he is met quickly in the backfield. Down he goes, folded like a lawn chair.
He has elite instincts from his linebacker spot. He's able to diagnose the run and flies in like a missile to stop that one behind the line of scrimmage.
Come on, set. Hey, number 53. Bring it.
Play action. It's Jackson. And that'll be incomplete. Took a pretty good shot as he tried to pull that one in. Couldn't hang on, third down.
They went with a dime look on defense. 2 extra defensive backs on the field and covered up essentially every blade of grass. That allowed them to disrupt the play.
An incomplete pass on that last play, and that means they'll need to come up with something here on third down.
Let's go, let's go.
From the gun, it's Jackson. That'll be taken in there by Miles Boykin. And getting this just shy of midfield, they'll spot it at the 49. A gain of 19 and picking up the first.
First and 10 at the 49-yard line.
Here we go. Set. 15 on it. 15 on it. Man, let's get that ball, dude. Let's get that ball right here.
They'll go with Hill here on first down. And he's going to take this across the 50 into Browns territory. The tackle made by the linebacker, Joe Schobert.
Well, we saw him there trying to get it to the outside, trying to get to the perimeter, but not a whole lot of room there. But there's got to be one positive to that. If you keep moving laterally, creases tend to develop as the game moves on, and they can run it back inside later.
The last run good for 2. Here's 2nd and 8.
Exit, exit.
And now he'll tuck it and run. Well, he is out of bounds, but not before he's inside the 30. That one a gain of 20 and a first down.
Well, partner, for a few years there, we thought this read option play was going to take over the whole NFL. It seemed like everyone was using it, but it has been scaled back considerably in the last few seasons, mainly because people are worried about their quarterbacks getting hit. But when you call it at the right time and you use it properly, you see the type of gains you can get. A nice chunk of yardage there by the quarterback.
Now a first down carry. It's Hill. And inside the 20 before he's brought down. It's a pickup of 11 and a Baltimore first down. Quite the opening drive march they're on right now.
It looks a lot like what we saw in practice prior to the game, doesn't it? You know, because on that last big practice beforehand, you go through your offensive script. You go through your play calling. You go through all the stuff and establish things. And it looks like it's going like clockwork right now for them.
They stick on the ground on first down with Hill. And he'll get him inside the 15 down to the 14-yard line. Call it a gain of 4 on first, and that'll make it 2nd down.
When you find that kind of yardage, you couldn't be more confident as a ball carrier. And guess what? You're going to go back and tell your offensive coordinator, I'd like to keep carrying it, thank you.
Following the pickup of 4, here's 2nd and 6.
Man left, man left. Hey, hey, hey. You got 3, you got 3. 3 down.
And now Jackson will look to throw it. And he just chucked that one out of bounds, out of everyone's reach. Maybe a wise call not to take a sack in this part of the field. It brings up 3rd down. And they'll be in search of 6 yards here on 3rd down. This is now the 9th play of the drive. Flag comes in. This might be a free play. And he's going to go down. But a penalty flag down as well, and if this is offsides, it's going to be a first.
Boom! That's how we do it, baby.
They only need a yard here. 3rd down and 1 after the penalty.
Hey, let's go. It's time to come.
Following the penalty, it's Hill. But he has the first down before he's tackled at the 5. Give him a gain of 4, able to convert, and that sets up 1st and goal now. No score after 1 on EA Sports.
Check 31. Check 4. Jim. Check Nick. Go. Yes, yeah. Motion. Out. Check 3.
They'll try and run. This is Johnson. And he'll get blown up behind the line of scrimmage. Back at the 6. That's going to go as a loss of a yard, and it'll be 2nd down. Bear in mind, that wasn't a big lineman back there for the tackle for loss. That was a cornerback.
So are you saying the myth has been shattered? That all of them are not just cover corners? Some of them actually will stick their nose in and tackle when necessary? That's what we just saw, isn't it?
2nd and goal from the 6 this time. On 2nd down, it's Hill. And he'll take it into the end zone for a Ravens touchdown. Justice Hill, his 4th touchdown on the year, as his guys are on the board first here tonight. And there you go, nothing really too complex. Block, keep to your assignments, let them run it in. They did it.
Fundamental football. Good blocking beats good tackling on that play. End result, touchdown.
The point after through the raindrops, up and good. And it's now a 7-0 game. Tucker now to kick it away following the touchdown. This is fielded a couple yards deep. And he's up past the 20 to the 22-yard line. The Browns drive about to get started. And, Charles, if the season ended today, and it's not going to, we still have December left.
More football.
We're only in November. But they would be a wild card team. And that's great. They'd be in the playoffs, but you know they're trying to bump up to be one of those division leaders.
That guarantees you at least one home game in the playoffs, and that's what you're really seeking. But there also isn't much margin for error for this team, right? Because right where they're sitting, a 2-game losing streak could have them out of the playoffs. So they've got to make sure they continue to keep the momentum going.
Absolutely. There's some sharks smelling blood in the water behind them. So after the incompletion, 2nd and 10 from the 22. And Mayfield just getting the play off. Trying to get it to Beckham, and it's intercepted. Picked off around the 41. And he's able to get it back to the 33-yard line.
Well, they didn't exactly show patience there, did they? Just down a score, they come out firing right away and compound things by throwing an interception. They put their defense in a really tough spot.
So they'll come up first and 10 now from the 33.
Here we go again. Here we go again. Kill. Watch safety creep. Watch safety creep. Safety's creeping. He's coming. Double up.
On the ground, this is Hill. And he'll lose yardage on the play back at the 37-yard line. That's going to go as a loss of 4, and it'll be second down.
That didn't appear to be a run blitz. He just darted in once he saw the run develop. That appeared to be a case of see ball, get ball.
So the first play of the drive lost 4. Now they'll look to move it forward here on 2nd and 14. Here's Jackson. And he's going to be sacked. They sack him back right at the midfield stripe. Myles Garrett make that now 8 sacks for him on the season. Now after that sack, it's 3rd and long for Jackson and the Ravens. Here's Jackson on 3rd and long. Wide open receiver complete. 19 yards is the pickup there, but even with that, they're well short. It's 4th down.
I don't know how many times, not just in my playing career, but you and I working together, have we ever heard a coach say, you know, I just don't have that play on my call sheet. And that's really what we had here. That was a big hole they were trying to get out of.
Yeah, big gain, still a ways to go, though. And the 10-year vet knocks it through the goalpost. And the lead moves to 10-zip. So good kick there to polish off the drive with 3 points.
Yeah, coaches always talk about finishing a drive with a kick. 2 of them give you points, either an extra point or, in this case, a field goal.
Tucker now following the made field goal, set to kick it away. This fielded a few yards into the end zone. They'll bring it back to just about the 25, call it the 24-yard line. The Browns drive about to get started. They find themselves down 10-0 early after the interception on their opening drive led to a field goal.
So now they've got to pick up the mantle a little bit. You mentioned the team's down 10. They've helped contribute to that. How are they going to get their team back into this ball game? Run the offense that you think is going to be effective and execute it at a high level.
And the Browns first down.
One play has him up past the 40 already, and another 1st and 10. On the ground, it's Chubb. 2 yards on the pickup there. It'll be 2nd and 8.
They went right back to him, but he pretty much had nowhere to go on that play.
Yeah, the previous carry looked pretty good. That one, maybe he's a little tired. I don't know.
Yeah, maybe he should have tapped out and had a second back come in and maybe make that run. Who knows?
From the 45 on second down, Mayfield got an open man. That's David Njoku, the tight end. That's a staple of this offense. Drag route to the tight end.
Yeah, he was unable to use his size to break off much more yardage after the catch, but still an effective gain nonetheless.
The Ravens bring out an extra defensive back here on third.
Hey, on 133. 57's right. Quick talk.
Now Mayfield. That's out to Chubb, complete. And he's taken down at the 43, but not before picking up the first. A nice first down pickup on a gain of 6. We've hit the 2-minute mark of the first half. 10-0 our score. Coming up in a couple of minutes, we'll get you to Jonathan Coachman in Orlando. The coach will have stats and scores from earlier today in the NFL.
57's the mic. Watch 57. Hurry. 57's the mic. 57's the mic. It's a party. Hey, on 133. Alert. Check 3. Tighten up.
First down, Mayfield. He's going to air one out. That's going to be caught. And all the way in. Touchdown, Cleveland. David Njoku. His third touchdown now on the year. As they are now on the board here in the first half. Austin Seibert on for the extra point. He missed it. No good. So this remains a 4-point game. So with the missed PAT in his rearview mirror, he goes back out to kick this one off. And this will be a touchback as that sails over the end line. The Raven offense set at the line for this next drive. And to be frank, they're just in a tough spot. It's only November, already eliminated from playoff contention. I know their fan base doesn't want to hear that, but that's the case. What are they fighting for now going forward?
You know exactly what they're fighting for. Is that word that some people don't want to hear, but it's pride.
Draft. Oh, okay. Yeah. I was going to go draft, but pride's better, right?
You know something? You're right, because that's part of it, but that's two different mindsets. That's front office mindset, draft position, where are we going to be and what do we need to get? And then the players and the coaching staff right now, pride. Can they win some games and feel better about themselves despite the fact they have no shot at the playoffs?
At the 36-yard line.
So from the 36 now, 1st and 10.
Block me. You can't block me. Watch the twist. Watch the twist. Slam.
Jackson from the shotgun. Buying time to his left. And he can't get rid of it. He's taken down. Sione Takitaki in there to get him, and that is sack number 6 now for him on the year. 2nd and 14 as they've got work to do here after the sack. Jackson. They set up the screen to Hill. And he'll have it past midfield almost to the 40 before being taken down. The Ravens going to use the second of their timeouts as they stop it here with just under 40 ticks to go in this first half. Now a 10th carry for Hill. He's got a first down and more inside the 30. And he's finally down at the 21-yard line. Chewing up big yardage. Another nice gain there. This one goes for 20.
Here we go. Here we go. It's over the ending. Mike, watch the run. Watch the run.
On 2nd down, Hill. And forget about finding a lane. He barely had time to look up before he was planted in the backfield. Ravens going to use their 3rd and final timeout as it'll come with 15 seconds to play in the first half. Seventh play of this drive coming up, but a long way to go on 3rd down. From the gun, Jackson. And Jackson cannot get away, and he'll go down. So we've reached halftime here in a 4-point game. As we'll send you down the coast now to Orlando, that's where we find Jonathan Coachman ready with our EA Sports Halftime Report. Coach. All right, Coach, thank you, and we welcome everyone back for quarter number 3. Forecast calling for more of the same. The rain set to continue as we are underway in the second half. And that'll carry over the back line of the end zone for a touchback. The Baltimore offense at the line set to get going. They have the lead. Now they'll be looking for some separation here as we begin the 3rd quarter.
I like the way you term that because now I think they go a little bit deeper into their playbook. They like what they did in the first half. That worked okay. But in order to get the separation that you just talked about, change things up a little bit. Change your tendencies. Try and hit them a little bit more with some things they didn't see in the first half.
Let's see if they do just that. Line of scrimmage, the 37 on 1st and 10.
Watch the slant. Deuce. Check safety.
Jackson now, operating from the gun. Rush coming, and he's taken down. Mack Wilson in there to get him, and that is sack number 6 now for him on the year. Pass protection has been a problem all night long as they come up facing 2nd and a bundle. Throwing is Jackson. They'll try and set up the screen. It's complete. He's brought down at the 34. Call it a gain of 4.
I wonder what was going through his mind when he got the play call. He just got sacked on the previous play. He knows they're coming after him again. A little bit of guts to stand in there, take the hit, and successfully complete the screen pass. Really well done.
It looks like a nickel set now for the Browns on 3rd down.
We own them. 51's Mike. Mike's 51.
To throw is Jackson. From the gun, he'll throw. Nowhere to escape, and he goes down.
That's exactly what they were looking for coming out to start the 3rd quarter. Get a sack, get off the field, get the momentum going in their direction.
Get the ball back to your offense, right? Get that momentum because, hey, this lead is very, very slim. On is the punt team now as this one's sent away. 37 yards on the punt with no return. And the Browns will take over 1st and 10. The Browns drive about to get started. They're down in this game. A chance for the offense, though, to put something on the board, get some momentum here at half 2.
Try and get things kick-started for them. And you know at the half, they discussed how they were going to get that done. This is where scripting comes into play a lot of the time.
How many plays do you script coming out of the second?
Most of the time in the first half, you're scripting 12 to 16. I think in the second half, you're really scripting more like 8 to 10. Kind of a starter or an opener, whatever terminology they use. Just something to get you off to a quick start.
Let's go, team. It's going to be a long day, offense. It's going to be a long day. Undercrush.
And again, it's Chubb. And this carry not as productive. He's swallowed up at the line of scrimmage. No gain on the play there, so they're left with a 3rd down and 6. On 3rd down, Mayfield. It's caught by OBJ. And he'll be out of bounds, but able to get it up past the 45. It's a gain of 10, and the Browns are going to get a 1st down. And he's top 5 in the league in terms of receiving yardage because of plays like that. What have you seen from him on film that you like so much?
Well, I'll strip away everything else and get to what we call the moment of truth. When the ball's arriving and there's a defender there, he just comes down with the ball. He competes and takes it away. Great hands, great ability to finish the catch.
On 1st down, they'll run with Chubb. And he's going to be met at the line of scrimmage and taken down. Officially no gain on the play, and it's 2nd down. This defense, tough to run against. And those linebackers, they'll go side to side up the field, and there they get them for no gain.
If you can't get linemen upfield to the 2nd level to occupy them, they have a field day just running to the football and putting ball carriers on the ground. Not many yards after contact when they wrap up like that.
50 seconds. 180. Hey, let's get this. Big dance. Go. Hurry. Ringo. Up. 57's the mic. Rock 57. Man, that's trash.
That's going to set him back 5 yards. And now after the delay of game, they're operating behind the sticks, 2nd and 15.
Alert, 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 alert. 57 to Mike. 50. Let's get it together, defense. Let's get it together.
Mayfield now. He's going to go for a big play down. It's caught inside the 25. And he goes down, but not before getting this inside the 25. It's a gain of 35.
And the Browns first down.
So the big play gets him all the way down to the outskirts of the red zone here for 1st and 10.
Hurry, hurry. Point it right, point it right, point it right. Hey, wahoo.
From the gun, Mayfield. He'll get this to Chubb out of the backfield. And he'll take it down here just shy of the 15 at the 16-yard line. It's a gain of 7, and that'll make it a 2nd down.
61, match box, right. King. Hurry, hurry.
Tighten up. Pull it together.
Hey, orbit.
Now they return to the ground game. Chubb, and he'll be stopped after a gain of only a couple down to the 15-yard line.
You know that old expression, it's not my night? It hasn't been his so far. I don't know if the legs are a little bit heavy. Sometimes having to hang out all day and play doesn't exactly play to your advantage, but it's been a tough go for him.
And every time he looks up, somebody's there defensively. That was the same case on that play. This will be play number 7 on the drive. 3rd and a yard. They run it again with Chubb. And they're going to mark him down short, maybe by about a yard, if that. A minimal gain there on the 8th play of the drive.
And the big fella stuffed that one up in a big way. I think doubling him has to be a priority because you can't move up to the next level if you don't take care of him first.
And no field goal try here from the red zone. Offense out there. They'll go for it on 4th. Mayfield to throw for it on 4th. And that is going to be incomplete. The Browns unable to move the chains on 4th down. And the Ravens are going to get the football back. The Raven offense set at the line for this next drive. And a tight game after punting last time. See if they can get something going on this drive.
As they head to the field now, with the game this close, you've got to feel there's a sense of urgency for them going on offense right now. But they have to do it without letting panic creep in and affect their play.
After the incomplete pass, here now is 2nd and 10. They'll run it with Hill. And he works free. The Red Sea parts, and there he goes. 1 quarter remains here on a Sunday night. You are watching the NFL on EA Sports. A real field flipper there as all of a sudden they've got a 1st down in the red zone. 1st down, and it's Hill again. And good downhill running. He's got 6 yards down to the 13. I'm guessing you'd say this is kind of the key here. Grind out some yardage, work on that clock, see if you can continue to tick it down.
Definitely, you want to bleed things out at this point, right? Continue to possess the football, gain some yardage, and put the onus on the defense. Do they have to use timeouts? What are they going to do to stop you? You're taking charge.
And they corral him just a couple yards shy of the end zone. It's a good gain of 11, sets him up first and goal.
Do my eyes deceive me, or is he getting stronger as this game moves along?
Burst seems just as good here in the fourth as it was way back in the first, doesn't it?
I do believe someone put a lot of time in the offseason and continues to condition during the season in order to continue to carry the ball at this rate.
They'll run it with Hill. And able to break one tackle, but then quickly brought down. Only a yard that time, second and goal.
Well, the spotlight hit him once already tonight as he got into the end zone. He was trying to make it a double spotlight, wasn't he?
But credit the defense, bottling him up, not letting him get in for the second score there. Now here's Hill. And he'll get in. Touchdown, Baltimore. Justice Hill with his second touchdown of the game and fifth on the year as the Ravens push further out in front. And he certainly played a pivotal role with those two TDs and why they're up on the scoreboard right now.
Well, someone's all about winning, aren't they? Because he's not worried about the number. Sure, it's great to have two touchdowns. The bottom line is what he's doing is contributing to their lead. He wants to continue to do so.
Tucker with the extra point, and that pushes the lead up to 11. Tucker now to kick it away following the touchdown. And they will not get a chance to return this one as it's through the end zone for a touchback. The Browns drive about to get started. And last time out, went for it on fourth down, turned it over, gave him great field position, turned into 6 points, so they've got to recover here, Charles.
It's amazing what one decision can do in the chain of events, right? The decision to go for it on fourth down.
Caused all of that.
It caused every bit of it, but it showed confidence. Hey, I've got confidence in you guys. Go pick it up for it. Didn't happen. Also showed
nowhere to escape, and he goes down. Jalen Ferguson in there to get him. It's a loss of 5. Great job defensively. I think he was trying to go through his progressions, find someone to get rid of the football. Before he knew it, he was on his back.
So that just brings us right back to what you said in the beginning. A great job defensively. Nowhere to go with the football. That led to the sack.
Here's Mayfield. And he's going to go down again. Jalen Ferguson able to drop him that time for his second sack of the evening. You never want to give up a sack. From the O-line's perspective, they hate it for several reasons, especially because they felt like they let little brother down back there in the pocket.
Oh, no doubt. They have a ton of pride, and they go into every job wanting to keep that guy clean. They want that uniform with no grass stains, no dirt, nothing on it, but it's really, really difficult. You're talking about some terrific athletes who are trying to put him on the ground.
And they're indeed going to go for it here on fourth down. So trailing here in the last quarter. Let's see how this plays out.
Check it back.
Now Mayfield on fourth down. And this is what here? Incomplete, they say. It looked like it was intercepted, but he apparently did not get the 2 feet down in bounds. A first down carry here for Johnson. And he'll get it here to the 10-yard line. He'll get a nice chunk there on the first down run, and it's 2nd and 4.
Brandon, you know how many times we've done games, and at the start of the fourth quarter, we see both teams hold up the 4 fingers. Fourth quarter is ours. Well, how about this drive? You saw the 4 fingers for 4-minute offense, and this offensive line has really hunkered down and established themselves.
Yeah, this is where they say, put the game on our shoulders, we'll lead the way, right?
No doubt about it. And let me tell you, if you're a running back,
and he'll take it into the end zone for a Ravens touchdown. Marquise Brown, his 5th touchdown now on the year, as the Ravens push further out in front. They were still throwing with a comfortable lead here late, and now that lead even more comfortable.
And your first thought is it bad blood that went into this one ahead of time, that maybe they're seeking some revenge or they just don't like them? But the other thing that always hits me is, are they worried about playoff positioning? Right? Are they worried about, do you need enough points in case there's a tiebreaker that comes into play later?
Tucker now to kick it away following the touchdown. And this will not be returnable. It's out of the back of the end zone for a touchback. The Browns drive about to get started. And last time this unit was out here, costly turnover, and then that turned into 6 points. They've got to make amends.
And how many times have we sat in meetings with coaches and they use the term complementary football? Offense take care of the defense, defense take care of the offense. That didn't happen on the last possession. This is a chance for them to pick themselves back up and help their team.
Yeah, we'll see if they can recoup and recover.
At the 23-yard line.
So the opening play of the drive goes backwards. Now they'll come up on 2nd and 12. Mayfield. Throwing over the middle, and it's incomplete. Well, the trials and tribulations of being a quarterback in this league, it's tough. It's got to be wearing on him out there.
Well, he has been sacked a number of times. He had an interception, so I'm going to give him a skosh of credit for hanging in there and trying to make something happen, despite the amount of pressure he's been under this entire game.
The Browns on 3rd down, 2 for 5 to this point. This is 3rd down and 12.
57's the mic. Watch 57.
To throw, Mayfield. And it's caught. Beckham. A good pickup there for the Browns, 15 yards. Clock management definitely critical here if they want to get back in this game.
Absolutely agreed. They have to up the tempo in this case, down a couple of scores, want to make sure they have a chance to win this ball game.
Mayfield now a perfect 8 for 8 to start the second half. Not bad. 1st and 10. Working out of the gun. Mayfield trying to get it to Williams, but it's intercepted. Picked off at the 45. And he's going to take this one back to the 37-yard line.
Well, this defensive pressure has been constant all game long. The pass rush, the coverage, they've all been excellent, and now they'll tack on an interception here as this one continues to slip just further and further out of hand.
Line of scrimmage, the 37 on 1st and 10.
Watch tight end. Watch tight end. Tight right. Tight right.
And this play will be blown up. He'll lose yardage back at the 38. It's a loss of a yard there, and now second down. They don't need to run another play here before the 2-minute warning. Let's see if they do it anyway. But he's free going down the left side. It's a foot race. And all the way in for a Ravens touchdown. Lamar Jackson with his 16th touchdown of the year as the Ravens push further out in front. Tucker able to connect on the extra point, and they open the lead up now to 25. Tucker now to kick it away following the touchdown. And this will be a touchback as that sails over the end line. The Browns drive about to get started. They go back to the air here after the INT on the last drive. And he gets it to his running back, Nick Chubb.
I know most of the time when the ball's in the air, you're thinking wide receiver, tight end, but running backs, they can be a big part of any passing offense nowadays.
Brings up 2nd and 8.
Now the Browns will use the first of their 3 timeouts. That'll leave them with 2 remaining. We'll be back after this. They'll break the huddle, come up on 2nd and 8 at the 27-yard line.
I'm coming.
Mayfield looks to throw. And we are inside of 2 minutes left in this lopsided affair. So the Browns in possession of the football here as we get you reset. They face a 3rd down now as they try to find a late score. From the shotgun, it's Mayfield. He's got his tight end, David Njoku. And he gets this one just shy of the 40, down at the 39. That'll move the sticks for the Browns, a gain of 12. Mayfield now, 10 of 17 throwing the ball. He's got a 1st and 10. Going to the air again with Mayfield. And he's got the hook up to Landry. And he'll be out of bounds up near the 45 at the 44. A gain of 6 there on 1st. That's just his 2nd catch of the game. They wanted to keep him silent. They have kept him silent.
Defensive football 101. Don't let the best player on offense beat you. Take him out of the game, and they've done a great job of doing that.
6 yards was the pickup on the last completion, so here's 2nd and 4. They'll throw again. Here's Mayfield. He finds his target, Beckham. And they went the wrong way there, losing yardage back at the 43-yard line.
I thought that wasn't a bad time to call the screen. I thought late game, down on the scoreboard, had to figure they were expecting a pass downfield.
Yeah, so the edge rushers, they're coming. That could have hit big. You're right. Good recognition defensively to snuff that one out. The last catch took him 2 yards in the wrong direction, so now what can they do on 3rd? Mayfield with it once more. He finds Beckham complete. And he'll be taken down, but not before he works it past the 50. Now the Browns signal for the 2nd of their timeouts as the clock will stop with 55 seconds remaining in the football game. Mayfield brings him up 1st and 10. And he's 5 for 6 now throwing the ball on this drive. And again, it's Mayfield. Got an open man. That's David Njoku, the tight end. 23 yards on the play. 1st down, Mayfield. That's going to be knocked away and incomplete. He was looking for Odell Beckham that time. That'll bring up 2nd down. Just nothing there again. He's been sacked multiple times. We've seen the interceptions, of course. He's really been through the ringer, hasn't he?
And what we've seen is a defense that's well coordinated. The front and the back really in sync. The front putting on the pressure, the backside being ball hawks and picking passes off.
Another throw on 2nd down, and this one incomplete as well. The Pro Bowler Odell Beckham, the intended receiver. But now it's 3rd down. This offense was on the move. Now 2 straight incompletions have them looking at 3rd and 10. Now Mayfield. And that will be incomplete. At this point, down big, you'd have to imagine this defense are just going to sit back, blanket the field as best they can.
Yeah, this is actually the easy part of the game for them because, just as you noted, they can sit back, keep everything in front of them. But they've blanketed the field the entire game using a variety of coverages.
The 3 straight incompletions, they don't care. That hasn't dissuaded them. They're going to go for it on 4th.
Check. Hey, alert, 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 alert. What's that?
Desperation time. Mayfield on 4th down. And it's intercepted at the goal line. Read it well, and it's picked. And he'll take it all the way up near the 30-yard line. The Baltimore offense at the line, set to get going. And this one all over but the shouting, you might say. Now, there's one timeout remaining defensively, but probably no real need to use it here.
Yeah, the only time they would use it, strictly for pride.
A short gain here, maybe a yard to the 29. So the final seconds tick away in this Baltimore victory. And they were buoyed, Charles, by a big second half to put this one on ice.
And I know a lot of people watching this one were thinking to themselves, I'll bet halftime was really interesting. Probably took the paint off the walls with some of the words that were said. But I get the sense that it was much more of the adjustments they made. They came in with a game plan that we saw that didn't work in the first half. They made the adjustments necessary, went away from that, and then they got it together, got a spark, and then took off. It's really nice to watch in the second half.
So for the Ravens, it's a 2nd win on the year now as they move to 2-8. And they will hit the road next week for a date with the New Orleans Saints. Meanwhile, for Cleveland, it's a bit of a setback as they drop to 6-4 now. And they'll get a chance to redeem themselves at home next week. That'll do it for us. I'm Brandon Gaudin alongside Charles Davis. Thanks to our entire crew as well. We'll talk to you next time. So long, everybody.